Welcome to the Wotan Shack again. It's gonna be one of these. The weather has been pretty bad and I got work done, but not nearly as much as I would have liked. And I don't like to go with my phone around in the garden, so I thought to do one of these instead because it keeps coming up. The 9 Noble Virtues. And so I I do have an opinion about that, and especially when you're new to North Germanic paganism, you're not gonna like my point of view at all, because that's probably one of the first things that you came across. Well, I explain why I don't believe in them. I got my faithful cigarette here with me. It's my magic wand. Under the watchful eye of Wotan, Odin. Well, the 9 noble virtues are not that noble, especially not when you apply them universally. And that is my reasoning. That is why I do not believe or follow them. I don't think that those 9 noble virtues, which are modern extrapolations of the Havamal, by the way, that's it. They're modern, very, very modern. And the guy that came up with them, Stephen McNallen, if I'm not mistaken, well, the guy did come from a very good place. And I truly believe that he came from a good place. But way too often, I have seen those 9 noble virtues be used as a gateway to wokeism. And if you know me, or at least especially if you read my Substack, you'll know that I am not a fan of wokeism at all. At all. In fact, I reject it outright. The whole idea of we're all equal. I do not think we are all equal. I don't. I am not a forgiving person, and I'm not a tolerant person. I do not tolerate lots of things. Willful ignorance being one. One of those things that I don't tolerate. Insults is also something I don't tolerate. Because there are people like that. And you can disagree with me. And I have never, ever blocked a person off my YouTube for simply disagreeing. Especially if you see the comments on the last video I did in the Wotan Shack, the one about the pagan threat, plenty of people there are disagreeing with me. None of them got blocked. Now, the people I do or did block were people that responded in Bible quotes. Yes, that is an insult. Because you know, probably by watching that whole video, that was only 10 minutes long, that I do not follow your religion. So trying to impose that religion on me or making me follow or see it through the lens of your religion is an insult. I have never gone through to a Christian channel and tried to do that to any of you. If a Christian, and I have Christian friends, by the way, I really do, and great people, by the way, all of them. But if you do that, then that means that there, first and for all, is no respect for my religion or my beliefs. You simply come there to impose. And that is what wokeism does too. It imposes itself in everything. And I've seen this happen so often in so many pagan groups, mostly online, but also offline. They come in, they start to whine, they start to nag, they start to browbeat. And before you know it, it's a rainbow fest. It is a group solely existing for the greater questionable glory of the rainbow alphabet cult. And I don't want any part of that. And this is something that Freya told me, Freya Aswin told me this personally, that she has known groups where you had to swear to the gods that you would uphold the standard of wokeism through your life and through your personal practice. What the hell is that? First and for all, you should not swear to the gods anything unless you are damn sure that you can uphold that promise. Opinions change. Politics is incredibly prone to changing. With the wind, even. The wind turns, politics changes. So why should anybody swear to uphold a certain extremely modern, extremely new, extremely anti-natural law thing to the gods, no less? I can see of nothing more certain that you can do to call great misfortune upon yourself. The moment you change your opinion, oh, there go the gods, right on your head, punishing you for your human hubris. By the way, Greek mythology is full of this, of exactly this, warning against human hubris. So yeah, don't swear these things to the gods, especially not things that are so antithetical to natural law, that to make this kind of oaths to the gods, it's not just digging your own grave, but it's cementing it. You couldn't self-hex yourself harder if you're called the devil himself, which is a Christian reference, which is apropos because wokeism is in its own right a sort of anti-religion in the same way that Satanism is. I don't think you can be woke and be a pagan at the same time. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a tolerant person. I don't tolerate these people around me. I don't want people that are so anti-natural law to be around me. It feels like a contagion, a spiritual contagion. So yeah, honor. The 9 noble virtues, back to that. Honor, let's say. Honor is something that should never be applied to different people universally. Honor is for clan and kin only. I owe no honor to people who wish ill upon me. I owe no honor to people that come after me for an opinion. I owe no honor for people that want me dead just for believing something that they don't believe in. I owe no honor to people who want me impoverished and silenced just for having an opinion that is not theirs. And we can go on and on about that. Integrity. Something as hypocritical as a woke-tard. And this is for the ones that hide behind their pagan veneer. If you are one of those pagans that were going, great job, when Charlie Kirk was murdered, regardless of the fact whether you believe that actually happened or not, besides the point entirely. But if you are one of those pagans, I don't think you are a pagan at all. I think you're a political activist. I think you are a social contagion hiding as a pagan. And I don't want you around me at all. It's bad juju. It's bad hamingya. Because I don't feel like entertaining those ideas or even pretending that I do, because I certainly don't. Like I said, I'm not a tolerant person. And there's plenty of things I don't tolerate, but that has to be in my absolute top 3. The hypocrisy. How can you be a person of integrity and honor, hmm? 9 noble virtues, when you're also a hypocrite? I will outright say and admit that I can be a very vengeful person. Yes, and I have been. Because why shouldn't I be? If I allow a person to purposely insult me and do nothing, or maybe not insult, but let's say a person that repeatedly comes after me, and I just let it happen, let that person walk all over me, I have proven myself to be weak. I am a firm believer that if somebody strikes you, you strike back twice as hard. Is that might makes right? Maybe. Maybe. But it does. There is something to be said about that. Might makes right. The same thing that history is written by the victors. It's the same principle after all. So what else is there? Hospitality. Right. Hospitality. When somebody comes knock on my door, and I don't know this person at all, but you come knock on my door, and I have a child in the house, I'm not opening my door for you. It would be an extremely dishonorable and stupid thing to do, to open my door to a stranger when I have a child in the house, while that person has plenty of facilities, groups, organizations, lots of them organized by the government to which I pay taxes, to which they can go for help. There is no reason for that person to be knocking on my door. It is a stupid thing to open up your door for such a person. And then you have purposely put your family in danger. No, I don't believe in the 9 noble virtues. Or at least I believe in them in the sense that they should apply to clan and kin only. Only. Nobody else. So yeah, I don't know what else there is to say about that. I don't know what else I can possibly say about that. And I will not sit here and say that I am a good person. No, and neither are you. We all do things that we come to regret. But that is the thing about an honorable person and a person of integrity. You can own up to your mistakes. Yes, I've made mistakes. Absolutely. I did. Things I've come to regret. And you know what would be a show of strength, a show of integrity, is the person that you have wronged, you will apologize to and try to make right. A sorry is not enough. If you can make right, you must do what you can to do so. And there is an element of selfishness in that as well, because it's bad for you, for your hamingya, if you do not try to make right with such a person that you have wronged. But that said, not everybody deserves an honorable treatment. If a person wrongs you and there is no sign of regret or no sign of wanting to make things right, and there's every indication that they will do it again, you owe that person no honor whatsoever. Nothing. Your job is to make sure he doesn't do it again. Or she. So yeah, there we go. I don't believe in the 9 noble virtues. I think it's silly. I think it is a bit Disney, especially how they are applied by the Reddit crowd. No. Be discerning. The world that we live in today is not the world in which the Havamal was first conceived or even written down, because it was written down by Christian monks. And I think we should not forget that.